All right. I was like 5 seconds late, okay? I was making coffee. Let's turn it on the right camera. All right. I was doing Pokemon cards, what, yesterday and the day before, or whatever. And now it's time somebody wants some Magic the Gathering cards, which I'm totally down with. I have a whole bunch of them, so I get to choose which ones I get to do. So yeah, what's up, man? How you doing? I don't have a monitor over here where I can actually see, so I hope I'm not missing people's chats. But hey, nice to see you. How are you? Talk to me. Let me move this stuff around so I think I can see stuff. Promise I won't be late in the future. Okay, this is the kind of thing. So with the Magic cards, it's a little different than kind of the whimsy of Pokemon cards. So the Pokemon cards, you pretty much you cover the whole card's art. That's at least the pattern that I've been establishing throughout this thing. So that you don't really see the card anymore. Interesting. I have two that are aquatic themed still. Kind of like this one more. This one's brighter. Whatever. But I really like Scyther. So these are for somebody else. But when we're talking about doing Magic cards, they get a little bit more. They're not quite as cheerful. Doing good, chilling right now. Eager to see you paint these cards. Hey, I love the art, but it's gonna pain. It's gonna pain me because I've been taught to treat my Magic cards with care, regardless of price. Dude, I have grundles of these things. I have boxes over there. You can't see them. It's ridiculous. So no, I understand. It's a principle of the matter at this point. So I've got ideas on what I need to do. Some of them I've been more successful than others. I did a wild guess. I started doing it. What? Katie is back with more likes. Thank you, Katie. Means a lot. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Well, I'm not going to finish this one because the original card art, actually, if you think about it, look at the scale of this. Like, the perspective is so wonky. You'd have to be enormous or whatever. So I'm not going to finish it because it bothers me. I don't know if you saw, but I resubbed while you were still on the go. You did? Thank you, man. That's awesome. It's like Resub Friday. There. I just replayed it because I want to hear it, okay? Hey, man, I appreciate that. It does mean a lot. You could have chosen to do something else with that, but you chose me, and that makes me feel good. I'm gonna cry. No, I promise I won't cry. But yeah, I'm excited. It's my soundboard. Okay, so I wanted to figure out what I was gonna do next for the Magic the Gathering cards, and I think I got it narrowed down. I have some ideas, and so I got doubles of all the ones I want to think about doing. I actually want to do a land. It sounds kind of lame, but what if I did like this really huge fiery dragon that kind of swoops in around like this and kind of... And in this case, I might do the whole card's art, like a background and everything. Thinking about that. I haven't done something like that before, like the lands. So a basic land would be kind of neat. Talk about like one of the most worthless cards. Yes, full art lands are pretty. I can't find any that I had. I wanted to look. Could have swore I had a whole bunch of them. Void Mage Husher. She could be pretty cool because I kind of want to do like her legs coming down and then like a slope maybe that she's standing on, but only do that. Let the rest of the card showed through, and all these wispy like ribbons and goodness. She could be kind of cool. I like the idea of that. Uh-oh. Where'd the rest of them go? Okay. Weird stuff like Essence Scatter. This guy, I could finish his legs and body and make more of the birds flying away. I just liked the idea of painting all these kind of gray tone birds and stuff. So I might choose that. Well, that's my Zubat. He's not a magic card. Let's see. I want to do this one. I wish I had a pair of them, though. This is a rare, but I don't really give a rip. This is Azorius Charm. All I want to do is like make his hand, finish his hand, and make the actual staff go through here, because it should be poking up. So I want to make it look like it's coming out of the card. His staff coming through. And plus I like the style of it, so I would want to try and... You don't think the Burbs is a good idea, or you do think the Burbs is a good idea? I like the idea of that one. But I don't have a double. I want doubles so I can show kind of the before and after easily. This one's weird, Marlton. I don't know if you've seen the grafted exoskeleton. I think it's just a rare. I actually can't remember what the silver emblem denotes right here. I think it means it's a rare. I can't recall, but it's an artifact. So this guy is creepy. I could finish him out, and I think this would be cool to paint the rest of his body, or maybe make him just look like a snack or something. You were just saying, Burbs? You think it's a good idea? Thank you. Just saying Burbs. That's cool. Hot. Burned my mouth. Hot. I can't remember the rarities. It feels like silver isn't that rare. I'll look. I thought that like just a regular straight up black like this was common. That's black. I would like to believe I'm not doing something like really expensive, ruining it. See, like this one here that I've already been working on has a black symbol right here. Whereas this is silver. Silver right there. Oh, right there. You're checking for me?
3 days later.
Black, common, silver. Oh, gotcha. So it's uncommon. Thank you. Oh well. You know, gonna ruin an uncommon card. I think I'm gonna start with this. I might regret that though. But this is gonna be kind of hard. Come on, man.
3 days later.
I think I'm gonna go with this one. Let's go with this one. I don't need a controller in front of me. That can move. I have all kinds of crap. This is my chaotic desk. I have all kinds of art-related things and uncommons are pretty common. Truth. Yeah, that's my new pop socket. Excited. Get a new phone case today from the Amazon people. I'm using the Amazon people. I know I shouldn't. I think this is the week I thought I was going to not use the Amazon people, but I needed a new case so I don't break my damn phone. Oh, I should switch out my... This is my palette right now, and I think I just want to start over. I don't need to be like keeping this. I'm going to throw this out. And I'm going to walk into the other room, and I'm going to grab another piece of butcher paper because, yeah, it looks like, yeah. I'm just going to step away for a sec. I promise I'll return with a new piece of butcher paper. Sometimes I'm really good at what I do, and sometimes I'm just a hack. So, like, this is a wet palette, and it's big and rectangular, like so. And I usually put a piece of butcher paper in here so that the wet washcloth, or the paper towel under here, keeps the butcher paper slightly wet, so it keeps your paints good. And I cut out a nice rectangular chunk, typically, like this big. And then sometimes I'm just a hack. And I do this. Like it's not even close. Of course I don't have scissors by my desk. I don't use scissors. I'm just going to cut it up with an X-Acto. Sometimes I care about these things. Bam. I don't do scissors. Scissors are very limited in their use. An X-Acto knife, on the other hand. See? Now slightly push it down, starts to get it kind of wet, and you're good to go. Hooray! I need to choose something that is decently primerish for the background. And I have these one paints that are considered to be like base paints. Not base, not face. So yeah, I'm going to choose a cheap brush because it's going to be a lot of covering. Oh, I lost my gray. That's a layer. I do not want to use a green, thank you. Oh my gosh, I lost my gray. This might have to be white. Really not excited about that. Alright, here we go. Mix it up. You hit X-Acto knives. Why? Cut myself with one when I was younger, scarred for life. Quite literally scarred? Or is this just a mental scarring? These tiny little pots of paint are meant to be used for painting miniatures. Like here's a guy that I am painting. They're for a board game. Not a board game. They're for like a really complex tabletop game called Warhammer 40,000. And these guys are unpainted. Various stages of painting. I show you one that's nearly done. Nearly done. Creepy, huh? They're called Space Marines, but they're kind of the evil Space Marines, Chaos Space Marines. Yeah. Warhammer 40k. Want to get into it, but oh boy. Yeah, it's bad for your everything. I have thousands of dollars of miniatures, thousands. Like, I just keep boxes of these damn things around. So, if you were local to me, I'd give you one of the armies I don't play. Seriously, I would give you the damn thing. Especially because it means I would actually be able to play with somebody. I'm more of a collector now because nobody plays this game. But I'm glad you're not actually scarred for life. I'm going to keep my separate island before off to the side. 40k is like has been in the past a real obsession for me. Probably unhealthy. I think most obsessions are unhealthy. Except for those that are actually healthy, like I'm obsessed with running or biking, or I'm obsessed with vitamins. But that doesn't seem like something I want to be obsessed with. So I'm going to try and paint a couple thin layers of this over the top of the parts that I'm going to be covering, kind of overlapping it onto the original art a little bit. I'm going to do it all at an angle, hopefully hopefully then the second coat of this I'll go in the opposite direction, like I'll move at the other 45-degree angle. And if I play my cards right, see what I did there? The brush strokes will kind of cancel each other out a little bit in appearance. I'm always like, I'll buy this if you play with me, or I have an extra copy you want to play. No? Okay, yeah, I know that feels. I know that feels. That's why I'm saying I would do that. But you don't live local to me. I don't think you do. But, yeah, don't nobody play. The pandemic really did kind of hurt everything. I've won some awards painting miniatures. It's been fun. Nothing ginormously prestigious or anything, but I know what I'm doing with a miniature. So that's that army that I showed is probably the closest I have to actually being a done army, like complete and tabletop ready. Actually, no, I painted one for my son. Or I painted Obi's army. Tyranids. Forgot. There was an entire painted army, and then I bought more minis. So then it became not an entire painted army. I wish this was the gray stuff that I had, not this light white stuff. I find gray is usually a little bit easier. See, if I feather this out like that, I might have a little bit less hard time making this transition. I don't know, I feel like gray is easier to paint over than white. White becomes a problem. Big oof for heading off to college. During a pandemic, yeah. Moves to college, sits in rooms all day, every day. Ooh, yeah. And you just started this year with the pandemic, so you haven't seen the normal approach to a college year yet. You know, the kind that everybody's had for decades. This brush is such trash that I don't really care. But yeah, the way I'm using it is pretty bad. You shouldn't use brushes like this. You shouldn't load so much paint into them that, yeah. But it's trash to begin with, so I don't care. I have garbage tools. What's up, Noah? Noah, did you put out a new video yet? Nice to see you. I need my headphones. What are you up to? I'm doing something different, man. I've been doing this for the past few days on stream. I've done it before off stream, but doing it on stream has been kind of fun. This is more your speed, right? You know, digital art or traditional art. All right. Let it dry. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Do that all the time where I'm like, hey, I'm ready to paint more, and then it's not ready. And basically, if you try and paint acrylic over wet acrylic, it just kind of moves the old acrylic off and leaves a big like hole where you were painting. Actually happens to me all the time. All the time. If I would just be a little bit more patient, I'd probably be able to finish some of my actual painting projects hours ahead of what I actually do. Making a video today, good. I'm glad you make good quality videos. Problems with painting? You also have the impatience problems. Yeah. Just got to cover all this. I'm covering up so much of this, it's like, what am I even looking at anymore? These artists are very talented that do these cards, but they work for almost nothing. If you know anything about the industry, Wizards of the Coast pays their people, pays their artists like such crap. But people are so ready to work for them, like it's a famous brand. All right, let's see. So they're willing to sell their soul. You are very impatient. You and me both. Let us stop being thusly impatient. No. Takes too long. All right. So now I think I'm just going to cover it with a lighter blue. Because lighter blue is going to be easier to cover. Because this light blue, I can paint the dark, like right here is a bunch of green rocks and stuff. Maybe I'll just go after it with the colors, the local colors. No. Be smart. Be smart, finish the whole background right, and then I'll do the foreground. And when I looked back to see that you had typed, I am very impatient, I read that as, I'm very important. I'm like, oh, you are.
Not a flex.
You are very important. Fantastic. I'm a big deal. I'm huge. Very important to my family. Aw. That's precious. No, we should all be so thusly important to our families. Where's my white? This white, I busted this white out yesterday after having not used white in ages. It looks like crap. Check that out. It looks like cottage cheese. Uh-huh. I know. But I can use it. I can reconstitute parts of it. I can move off the grossness that is the rest of it. I think. He says with utter confidence. Okay, let's do some light blue all up here. And then I'll paint those mountains in. Ooh, that's even too light of a blue. That's all right. That's all right. We got this. I need it to be a little bit darker. I thought he said important too. Well, maybe we all just believe he is secretly in our subconscious minds. It's like blue cheese, but not as tasty. My paint? Yeah, you're right. Oh, you mean like just, well, definitely my paint, but you mean cottage cheese. Lots of people don't like blue cheese, which I think is ridiculous. I mean, what the heck? Let's do some dark blue. Get some darkness going on. These paints right here, I was working with them. Yeah, they're terrible. All I did the whole time was complain about how terrible these paints are. And yet, here I go again. Like legit, they're bad. They're like transparent. They're so bad. They're like covered with, oh my god, and they won't come out of the freaking tube. Or whatever this is. You hear that? That's weird. I'll do it right next to the mic. Nope, no I can't. Never mind. Because I think it's ready to come out of the tube now. Oh, this shit is so gross, man. Okay. Quality paint doesn't do that. It's like venom. It's like I have the symbiote stuck in my paint thing. Oh, that's so bad, bro. Bro. If you use paint at all, you know. This is wrong. This is so wrong. Then I just close it with all that goo on there, because that's, I was a bachelor once. I learned how to do awful things to all the containers in my house. Now I got this gross paint all over me. It's a symbiote. I'm going to be given powers. Never had cottage cheese, so I can't compare it. Yeah. Ew is right. This stuff is pretty McGross. Let's see. And I need one more color. I'm going to mix up colors. This is a little bit darker. Ooh, never mind. I have this more similarly cheap, crappy paint. People use this stuff all the time. Why am I so picky? I don't know. Okay, that one didn't turn to a symbiote. You know what I mean when I say symbiote, right? I mean, not everybody does. But, working at McDonald's, I need to clean up nearly what? Gallon of ketchup? Really? And you do? I know. I figured you would. Well done. What, did somebody drop said gallon of ketchup? That sounds awful. Need a dark blue. Let's roll with this dark blue. Let's be a little bit carefuler. Be a little bit carefuler than I was before. If I look at the original, That mountain wants to come right off the side of the... Let's just do this. See how poorly it covers? It's okay. We got this. Don't panic. Really hate this stuff. It's okay. It's okay. They're like spires. Okay. Painting a little bit onto the actual card further than I need to, but that's okay. The ketchup, what? Wait, what? The ketchup machine apparently had spilled under the counter without anyone knowing. Ugh. Walked into work and saw my boss looking. She wanted you to check in early to start cleaning. Huh. Like clocking in early? Like 3 hours cleaning it? You volunteered for it. Oh. Why, yeah, so that would scar you forever with respect to ketchup now. So what, now we need to keep a list of things that have scarred you? Ketchup, X-Acto knives. There was something else. I'm not exactly going to be careful with this. I'm never really that careful with my art. You have no retorts. I win. I have won. Are you the type of McDonald's person that only gives one sauce or 20-piece nuggets? Answer the question. Martin, answer the question. He's mad. He left. Fine. Further solidifying my victory. Alright, this will be good. I hold two brushes in my hands at the same time. I get a little bit clumsy, so I'm going to do that. Sometimes I hold two brushes in my hands and then one in my mouth. Not kidding. And then I can switch between them all. That's usually when I'm doing miniature stuff. But like the ends get all bad on some of these from being in my mouth too long. Exhibit. I mean, it's really gross. And then the enamel starts to break up and gets in my mouth and probably takes years off of my life, but it's okay because they come off the end. Because if they came somewhere out of the middle, it'd be weird. Yep, I shouldn't. See, that was me not waiting long enough to paint that. So right there is this big open spot that I should have just left be. Get one of the dipping sauce and then an extra buffalo. Nice. Dissolving paintbrushes. Yeah, that's what I do. It's a service that I perform. I feel like I should be listening to some music that is very epic, but I don't want to change it. Plus, I don't know what's like streamer friendly in the epic department. Literally the only things, if you search for like streamer music right now so you don't get nailed with DMCA or whatever, burb. You're gonna wind up with like lo-fi beats of some kind. So this was a refreshing change. Kinda tired of the lo-fi hip-hop stuff, not gonna lie. The novelty has worn off. Alright, let's get some lighter colors. I was thinking about doing an entirely different sky. What if I made it like daytime? Nah, because I want to do that like fiery dragon bit that I was talking about, like an actual fire dragon flying through the air. The temptation is to launch off and do the dragon now, because it's like going to be the funnest, most difficult part of this whole thing. But once you do that, it's very difficult. And back, good. Very difficult to work on the background once you do that. Okay. Oh yes, very reckless color application. And this is like tiny painting. You should see what I do when I actually get a canvas in front of me. It's maddening. I can't even watch myself do it. You know what's crazy maddening though? When you watch somebody else paint, it's like Bob Ross. Holy crap. That dude. He does stuff, you're like watching, you're like, wow, he's really good. And then he'll get some weird color, throw it on a palette knife, and then go, witch-eye, right across the middle of the freaking canvas. And, you know, just you get PTSD with how quickly it happened. You're not quite ready for how amazing he makes it look in the end. It's really crazy. There's like a hair hanging off the side of my brush, ruining what I'm doing. It's okay. I can fix anything. I shouldn't say that. One time I was in art school, and I was bragging about how I can fix anything, because I feel like, you know, you make enough mistakes, you get enough chances to fix mistakes, you know. My professor actually took his finger right through the middle of my painting, and it was oil, so it just smeared a big line. He's like, I'll be looking forward to seeing how you fix that. And I really couldn't fault him. I was pissed, but I couldn't fault him for like, hey, this is a teachable moment. We're gonna see if this guy actually is just bragging, or yeah. I fixed it, but it took me way longer. I should have just kept my mouth shut. I'm gonna do some horizontal lines here and hope to, gosh, that the lightness kind of shows through a little bit. So I'm gonna use them to kind of make kind of the streaky sky a little bit. Maybe. Yeah, if it doesn't work, I can always paint over it, but I like the idea of it currently. Barely even done things to the card and it's already looking, hey, thank you. Let's see. The original still looks pretty good though. I gotta do a little bit of green in the mountains and stuff, but I gotta get the major colors and everything tied together. Should probably work on the bottom now, like all this crap. This crap. Like, I could do anything I want down here. I don't have to match their stuff. Shall I? A little bit of black, a little bit of blue, a little bit of water. Black, blue, water, light blue.
You did.
I'm just gonna slather it. Yeah,
You should do a subathon.
A subathon?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
baby.
paint all day and maybe the one person that subscribes give you an extra 20 minutes.
Yes.
CD Photo, the last time I looked, was at 5:30.
Yeah.
And now he's at 5:10.
He's less? Somebody unsubbed? How does that work?
No.
Oh.
5:30 or 5:10 time. 5 hours and 10 minutes.
Oh, he's adding up the time. Gotcha.
So he's just been going up and down. That just sounds like it. Also, whoever gets this call,
Yeah, it's
there's a
going to
reason
be.
why you did a galleon.
Because it's going to be mega.
Oh yeah.
I bet you it's going to be amazing.
You're probably gonna be up late enough to rap for it.
Yeah, I'll try.
Which that time weeds out all the non-gamers.
Non-gamers.
That you should totally try to get it. And if you do, oh my god. You could buy all of the Dark Adventure things, dude.
I don't even know what a subathon would look like for my channel. It would be silly. Be sort of embarrassing. Like, ugh.
Dude, even if somebody...
Don't do extra 20 minutes. You'll be going for eons when I arrive. Nope.
Even if you was to have no one else sub for the entire day, it would still go to 7.
7? Yeah, that's pretty good. Seeing as he started early this morning.
The thing is, people are going to sub in the evening, so it's more likely going to be like 5 in the morning.
No, he says he'll cap it at midnight. We're talking about somebody, a friend of ours. Well, it's not a friend of ours. It's a streamer I talked to who's actually hiring me for some stuff. He's doing a subathon and is going to wind up with a lot of time.
Midnight.
I forget what his number of minutes is. What, Obi? Enter for the loot haul? Gotta let it dry. Let's be patient. Weegler. I might as well touch this up a little bit. I got a phone call from somebody called Spam Risk. Let me check. Nope, I don't know anyone named Spam Risk. I have to look at it sideways to make sure that the paint is kind of, ready to be painted over. Oh no, that sucks. Stop that. Might have to let it dry a little bit longer than that, Bob. See what I did? So some of this is going to be really dark in this bottom corner. Oh my god. Some of it's going to be really dark in this bottom corner, and then it's going to fade up to having some green elements in it. So let's get some green out. Let's get some green. I think you missed it when I said it in chat. What? Wait, what did I... Hold on. Did you see my DM on Discord of my sketches? No? I did miss that. Hold on. Marlton sends me things. Sorry, man. Wow, you sent me a lot of things. Oh, we were going to do some art. That's right. Wow, you drew a bunch of stuff. Okay. Some channel art. Some ideas for flags. I think that's a picture of you. Yeah, okay, so I clearly have some homework to do. A picture of me. Okay, yes, I see that. Okay. This will be interesting to go through. Can't imagine. That is just a ton of stuff. I like it. Let's see the last line that says, I did it in a rush and suck at drawing people anyway. Well, I wasn't, planning on critiquing you. Let me grab some of this yellow. This cheap yellow. Yeah, dude, this will be good. I forgot you were gonna rebrand your stuff, your whole channel. Exciting. I am down. Obviously. Let's move to a brush that has a loopier end on it. I have these like tremendously cheap brushes that I like to use for some of this stuff. I mix up a little bit of blue-green to kind of go in here. So I need a little bit of a base of blue-green to kind of move into this rock structure that's here. That's kind of hinted at on the card. So if I paint it all, this corner kind of greenish, it'll be kind of rough about it. It'll look like it's like sticking to rocks and stuff. Kind of Bob Ross style. I feel like I am sort of doing a Bob Ross thing. He would do this way better, but he also probably wouldn't deign to paint on a card. So I bring something to the table, okay? I have brown in the bottom section, so I was gonna do, this is gonna be tricky. I need to do like a fiery dragon, like maybe a phoenix or something. And I was gonna do it kind of looping in an S curve. I'm a big fan of S curves through here. So I'm gonna have to cover this card with varnish or something so that I can do this without reconstituting the paint and making it like smudge off. But if it's a big, you know, its tail will reach down here, and so there'll be cinders flying off and stuff. I have big thoughts, big tries, big tries. The biggest tries.
They just figured they'd use their second account because it's fine.
Let's
So
see.
we got Wiggity Stonks and Wiggity Shack.
I am messing with my palette because it was bubbling up.
Yes.
Okay, so a little bit of a brown gray because some of these lines need to be a brown gray.
So using a piece of software that is now like $100, I had successfully extracted, modified, and re-imported an animation into Dark.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, a piece of software called Dragon Bones, and the community made a piece of software that converts .scale files into JSON, and then the JSON output from Dragon Bones back to .scale.
That's awesome. Thank you, community. Yeah. That's pretty
I know
cool.
we wanted to make something in the past.
I do. I gotta remember now what the heck we were working on.
Yeah. If you wanna, you know, I can animate. I looking at Dragon Bones, it works exactly what I can totally animate now.
Nice.
It's bone-based animation, so it's like the stuff I'm good at.
Cool.
What?
All right.
The best tug. He wall hides and the other tug guy wall hides on it. They're using wall hides on each other.
Wallhide is an animation.
Yes.
Yeah, wall hide. Just like you
Is
have.
it actually useful for talking about?
Yes, it is. Except for you move.
In the rig, the bed that's laying on the floor has a little curtain, and you can wall tuck there.
What is that white spot right there?
And it's almost invisible.
Oh, I think that's just a mistake of mine. Cool. Good. I'm gonna cover it.
Tojutsu tuck technique.
Which here also they're fat tucking.
There's
and
like
in
this
the big,
weird
they got-
purple hue to the water. I might actually change it. Why is the hue purple to the water and there really is nothing in the sky to reflect that? Either I need to put purple in the sky. Hmm.
No, they have multiple videos. They broke up their guild because there's a guild in season stream that was like 24 hours.
So the 20 is from the end of this series of videos.
if you do like rough marks and let the brush do whatever the heck it wants at times, it will, if you can work with what the brush did without your brain moving it, you can actually get some decently natural looking lines. Alright, let's let that dry a little bit. I'm going to wind up having to, like I said, put a varnish across the top of this so that I can keep working on it. Because when the paint gets this thick, it's too easy to reconstitute it. When you put water on it and it, like, you put water on it and it kind of just smears away because you've, like, dissolved it again. And that's disappointing. So I need to let that dry. I'm going to move that aside for a little bit. Look at all that stuff. Okay, and then I gotta pick something else to start. Maybe this is Zoria's Charm. Or this crazy gal. I'm gonna do this crazy gal. Crazy. Crazy. I need to find a pencil and a pen. The pencil is for ignoring, and the pen is for using and regretting. So there is no in between. Like I could try and, all right, I'll try and be good. But for the most part, I'm just going to use it for proportions, and then I'm going to kind of lock in some shapes with the brush, or with the ink pen. The ink pen, I called it an ink pen. So yeah, her legs are gonna, I'm just gonna continue her body and all of this swooshy stuff. Kind of like I did with the other gal. Oh no, did I lose her? Because that one's actually, this one here. Oh, for crying out loud. You ever try and pick up a card off of a flat surface and you're concerned about, like, you know, just breaking it, or like folding it in half rather, not breaking it. There we go. So yeah, I painted the half of her body that didn't exist, and so I still have some color work to do. If you notice, like the color right here in her gorget is very orangish. I need more orange in here, which I started doing, but I haven't quite gotten around to. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave the card exposed and just do the art of her legs and skirt or whatever. I think it'll look neat. Don't leave your paintbrushes just sitting in water. Do not be like me. I have all these paintbrushes sitting in my water. Some of these, like, okay, this was a decently expensive brush. I've used it forever. Got my money's worth out of it. That is to say that I found it rolling around on the floor in a game store. And then I put it in the lost and found because I worked there. But it was there after like 2 months, and I got irritated and just took it. I'm going to be turning this card a lot. See, heck with that pen. I didn't even use the pen this time. This is one of those things where, like, it's going to look way worse before it starts to look better type of thing. Every one of these card projects is like that. It's like, oh dear God, where did I even learn to paint? And then, you know. The end of that song has like a beating heart sound, and that was a little much. I do this thing with a lot of my art where it's like, slopes and stuff. I work with slopes that kind of dip in and out of the art. Get a little bit of this green. Because it kind of like, I don't know, it just kind of leads in. It's like an angle. I don't want to do like a flat ground, you know. I'm not saying it's the right way to do it at all. It's just my proclivity. Yeah, honestly, I enjoy this kind of, you know, working with other people's art things so much that I could do it all the time. You know, sometimes it's so challenging, it's nerve-wracking, but this is going to be sort of easy because a lot of her is just so dark that it's going to wind up being in silhouette, essentially. I could do like vegetation and stuff at some point. I love how the background is kind of like smooshy and gray and amazing. Alright, so this right here is her, she's got like a very flowy, oh my gosh, that got loud. Holy crap. I'm gonna have to turn down my mic. I'll be back, guys. Maybe not. Had some volume problems with the TV. Holy crap. One came out of nowhere. Alright. A little bit of painting on this. This may not be the right brush end for this brush tip. They're called tips, not ends. After so long of not doing painting, like actual painting, you forget how hard certain things are and how easy others are compared to digital. Oops. So I'm kind of using this blue-black again that I had mixed up, so that's kind of a nice serendipitous thing. Sometimes the moving the piece you're working on to match the curve of what your hand wants to do is super important. Your hand wants to move in certain arcs. If you're right-handed, you want to do the face of the clock from noon backwards to 6 this way, backwards on the clock, so counterclockwise. And if you're left-handed, you want to do the opposite. Those are the curves, the radii that you are most comfortable with. Well, that is me. If I tried to push something against my, even back this way is hard, but pushing this way, I mean, it is a surprising little, when you realize that and can start working. Some people say you got to work against it. You got to actually train yourself to work. I say no. I say move the piece. Don't adjust the driver to the car. Adjust the car to the driver. The only time it matters where you can't move like the piece you're working on is if it's attached to like a building, like if it's a mural, or sometimes if you're doing like tattoo work, you're not going to be able to really move that person in certain ways. I've got ideas here. I've got ideas. Alright, let's do a little, I'm just going to mix without putting water on here. I'm going to mix a little bit of blue. And try and, this is the wrong kind of blue. It's okay. We got this. Kind of the light from this orb that she's holding should be hitting other surfaces. Oh, my wet palette is not keeping the paint wet. I don't want to go in the other room and get water because that's so far away. Complains in fat kid. Concern. Made her ankle there too thin. It made it look like her leg was kind of facing me when really your leg is thinner when it faces you than it faces away. So it was making it look like it was just bad proportions. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say, man. If I can make some interesting swooshes with the fabric, that would be cool. And then this whole part right here is going to be just like super dark. I guess this is going to be decently easy, easier than I thought it would be, because so much of it's going to be dark. I got to figure out a way to make it. Maybe I'll make some of that blue light hit all over here. Maybe. Thought about trying to add something like, you know, butterfly wings to the back or whatever, but it would make it a little bit outside of the scope of whatever artist this is. Chippy. Chippy is the name of the artist. Says it right down here. Chippy. That's one thing that I do like about Wizards of the Coast is they give credit to the artists on every card. It's kind of nice. Let's do some blue.
Dude, quarter is ending like today, like the last grades are being submitted today.
Yeah.
And my math grade is B+, but the thing is, it's fine. But it's 89.85%, which means like 1 point could get me to A. That makes me mad. That's happened more than once, too. Last quarter, it was an A-, so very close. But the next one was also 84.49, so still very close.
Yeah, that is close.
I keep getting like super close, and it's really annoying.
I'm sorry, it's annoying.
Like, I
These
don't
are
want to
good
have
grades.
to do corrections on a test, on an entire test, just to get like like 5 points back just to get over A. Plus, already the whole 1 hour off doesn't even mean anything. She literally assigned us like 30 minutes of homework. Woo! Yay! Have fun with your 1 hour off on Friday. Oh wait, I'm just gonna give you homework. It's gonna be that rest hour. Alright. It'll be like that all bunch.
I'm sorry, it's frustrating to you.
He's trying to jump up on this desk and get the wall. The chair is blocking him. Here, buddy. There you go. Yeah, I saw you. I saw your goal. Oh yeah, that's bunch level with me. How much homework do you give Bunch?
He doesn't give any. Or get? How much homework do you get? Him don't get.
Look, give him homework. Is it cat? No, is it? Sticks cat under tiny
I was gonna
little...
say you'd have to get it like over in here. No, cat cam. No cat cam. It's okay. Oh, look at that. I can. This is such a great piece of art to begin with. Guys, I think that looks pretty good. I wonder if I can I wonder if this is cured enough to put some white paint over. Or maybe a white paint or something light though. It's gonna have to be white, I think. So my initial thought was to have an S shape. Let me just try and describe the S shape first. Wow, this paint gets super thick and dry, like really quickly. I'm gonna make like, maybe not feathers, but kind of flamey feather like. I kind of want to make the head like a really thin, pointed head. Like crest-like things coming off. Now, I probably should do wings rather than doing like, you know, one of those kind of dragons that flies without wings. Hey, what's happening, man? Oh, I appreciate that. Having some fun. Check this out. I got this one was the, I don't know how long you were hanging out. Zoop. I have like the before and after cards. Like I have copies of them to make it look like, you know, I have before and after photos, and really it's just two different cards. So yeah, I think I got the bottom sort of worked out for her, the bottom half of the card. And then, you know, this one is this card. You can almost not tell. I just kind of am rolling with, yeah, some of the same spires. Mine went a little jaggedier. I'm not done with this sky just yet. Kind of looks like Van Gogh. But yeah, my new favorite thing is doing these magic cards. I'm just painting the bottom halves of them or around the outside of them. Yeah, it's been fun. Thank you. Yeah, you're always so encouraging. That makes me feel good. Woohoo. Hopefully you're able to do some art. You're graduating. Are you graduated yet? When does the graduating process happen? I don't think it's right now, but it's, gosh, June maybe? June. I think it may be June. This is happening, man. Pizza Friday, guys. Yeah, something like that. I mean, we're, you know, a probability of 1 in 12. So the wings, or should I make it just like a, like this fire snack flying through the sky? I could do like the wings out sideways. I could do the wings. I could make it look like it's just trailing off into the far distance. Straight forward. Oh, I just dropped paint. Oh. It's a good thing I have this like matte thing underneath me. Oh no, the cat is trying to jump up in my lap. Now is not the time, honey. Go away. Cat cam. No, not doing cat cam. He just needs to know. I need to make these flow into like feather-like appendages. Might have to be one of those things that I sleep on, where you start a project and then you're like, there are so many ways I could take this. I'm going to do this. Definitely Pizza Friday. Yeah, make this look like it's flying off in the distance. He is attacking from below. Ooh, he left. But yes, the cat attack. Doggone it. There's this, you know, if you ever watch like an old school sign painter, they have these brushes with that they load with paint, but the like the bristles part of it would be like 3 times longer than what this one is. And they take like a while. They take a while mixing their paint to be the like the precise consistency that they need it to be for the longest possible stroke that they can make. And they make these huge flourishes all in one go. It's what makes me think of whenever I try and do a thing like this where I'm trying to achieve some very long controlled thing, and really I just wind up just kind of like patting at it for a while until it makes the shape that I need it to. But they would do it with like one minimal stroke, and it's just amazing. a lot of these wispies and stuff I'm gonna want to do like super transparent. Because I'm going to want to start making them look like fire and feathers at the same time. So they need to be fanned out a little bit more. If you know what I mean. Okay, my chair sucks so bad. We're going to take up an offering for a new chair. Come on. Part of the problem, well, maybe it's not this time of year so much, but in certain climates it gets very dry, and it makes it difficult to make certain brush strokes happen because the paint on your brush dries out so quickly. Oh my gosh, do you guys see this? Okay, let me turn this. This is my cat being a real pain right here. He's attacking. Hey, I don't think you can be up here. Yes. So, I don't know what I'm going to do about it. He's slowly worming his way up onto the... I'm going to try and paint with you here, buddy. But, I suspect... Yeah, oh yeah, he just made a meow at me. Buddy. Why? Why are you doing the meows? I know. Up until the last couple months, he has never been like one to use his voice at all. But I don't know. Since I started feeding him wet food because he's old, he's started like begging like all day. He's a pain. Yep. And now he's like, well, if you're not going to give me food, I'm going to sit here and be annoying. Hi. Yes. I'm going to insist that you lay down on my lap. Let's see. White paint. I know it looks like I've been using white, but it's actually like a primer white. So it's not very light at all. You'll see, like well, maybe you won't see, but when I put this on here to kind of give me some, that's actual white. But I just need some volume. Hey, no, I see you. Don't jump up here. No. It keeps trying to creep up on my shoulder. And when I don't have like a sweatshirt on, it really hurts. So what my hope is I'll make this like the super white color, and I'll be able to wash over it with an orange, well, a yellow and then an orange to make it look like it's this bird of fire. Cats in live streams. Hey, what's up, Ed? Ed is here, man. I miss you guys. Does your cat visit you on your live stream? I have been there. I promise. You're bold to... Oh, hey, stop. Yeah, I showed up once you were... Gosh, what were you painting? It was like some serious army painter stuff. What? Wait, what? Shared the stream even. Thanks, man. Thank you, thank you. Oh, now the cat just went up behind me. Doggone it. We used to have the best time at conventions, me and Ed and a dude named Troy. We were the best. We were the best convention team ever. It was exhausting. It was barely rewarding. No, I'm kidding. I miss that kind of thing. Not just because we're in a freaking pandemic. Hey, check it out. Like, you're into army painting. I'm using a bunch of Citadel paints to paint this stuff, which is kind of stupid. But, you know, it covers so well compared to, ta-da, the cheapest crap in the universe. Your live streams torment you? How do you get close-up shots of the miniature like that? Because that's essentially what I'm trying to do here. Normally I do digital stuff, but painting over these magic cards, check it out. There's one magic card. I'm doing basic land because, I mean, it won't stop moving. I don't know why I chose the basic land. And so I thought that would be, I don't know, I thought that would be kind of an interesting take, because normally it's things like, you know, her, where I'm just gonna, you know, make her kind of standing there. Or Pokemon cards, you know, or here's another magic card where I finished her body out. And people pay me, like some of these are going to be going out in the mail. Like that guy, it's a Pokemon card, not a magic card. Pokemon, oop, not Pokemon. So yeah, I don't know. I got a bunch of these guys right now. And, I don't know. If people buy them, that's cool. If they don't, that's cool. But I've got people actually sending me cards to paint right now, which is fun. You know, because they'll choose, and then I have to try and interpret, like, oh boy. Basic lands are fun, love the full bleeds. Yeah, somebody earlier on the stream was talking about how they love the full art cards, and I thought I had some. No idea where they are. But it's essentially kind of what I'm doing, but I'm adding a character to this one, this kind of Phoenix character, which I haven't done the wings yet on this character, because, to be frank, I am intimidated by the idea. No, I need to sketch out the wings is what I need to do. So, like, you know, if one wing was going to do this, the other one would have to, I don't know. When I say sketch out, I mean like use a brush with almost no freaking paint on it. Yeah, that'll be good. Get more of this. Get more of this here paint. Sand. These paints cover so much better than cheap craft paints or whatever. Oh no, there's like a piece of hair stuck on it. Yeah, he was just up in my lap a minute ago.
He's now standing on your desk.
And then he's kind of slinked over there. Slinked? Slunk? What is the conjugation of slink?
He's just standing there staring at you.
Yep, now he's just sitting. He's a little dejected. Make it look like it's emanating from high up on this thing's neck. And yeah, kids, don't do to your brushes what I do to my brushes, where they're just like got a big weird hooked end on them and stuff. Leave the destroying of tools to the people who try and make money with those tools. It's being somewhat sarcastic, because we should be valuing our tools even more than people who just hobby with their stuff. And yet, here we are. some point I'm going to have to really feather this out, no pun intended. I have to figure out a way to make it look very blendy while still having some of these like very stark elements to it, where like I overload the brush and let it just kind of do what it wants because I need some chaos. I can't plan everything, rather I shouldn't plan everything, not when you're dealing with like kind of a fire look. This one's going to take some doing. Kind of want more thickness in through here. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Feels a little bit more like a bird, like a burb. There we go. Sometimes it's like, ooh, I made a line that I like, and then you're like, oh god, I gotta work up next to that line and do other things by it. Shit. I can't overwork this area too much right now. I got like a whole bunch of semi-dry paint on there. The cat is slinking back over here. You're in my way, honey. I can't see. No, it's fine. You don't have to get him. Thank you. I just was trying to look over at chat and make sure I wasn't ignoring somebody.
Oh, Dad.
Yep.
You know how you use fantasy grams for your D&D game?
What do I use?
Fantasy grams?
Yeah.
Instead of using that, I just saw a guide on it. I didn't read it. I thought it was just funny. Use tab.
No. That's,
Yeah. Yes.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
No.
Dude, you can. There's a custom unit creator in the game with stats and stuff. So and you can edit it at any time. I don't know. I don't know.
It's for simulating, not for no.
Yeah, you can do it. There's a guide. Yeah. That's the software.
Best software for simulating battles.
Yeah.
I need more coffee. Need more coffee. Okay, let's see. I just really want to, like a thin highlight, and I'm afraid that I have a brush that's way too big for it, but I'm going to go for it because this little hooked end on here might come in handy. I'm gonna grab a different one. Where is, I don't know, how about this one? Mix paint, mix paint, mix paint. some more blue, darker this time, quite dark. Let's see what it does if I do, like you're finishing the picture. Hey, thanks. It is a lot of fun. Let me see if I can do, oh, you're coming here from Facebook. Never mind. I was going to try and do the shout out thing. If you came from the Twitches. But you're from Facebook and I can't do that. Get a little bit of lightness. Sometimes you got to go crazy and then tone it way back. If I get myself like a pretty bright edge. I can bring some foreground interest. Yeah, I'm doing the multi-stream thing to a couple different platforms, Ed, and that's why I was going to check and see if I could shout you out. But alas, I cannot. Yeah. Maybe next time if you show up from Twitch. Yeah, Streamlabs OBS. It is the only thing I've tried. So there may be better things for all I know. But I don't know. I'm happy with this, and so far so good. It lets me to do it allows me to do some fairly artistic things, creative things. Yeah, next time you're on Twitch. If you're on Twitch, then I can do the shout out thing. They're like, hey, this is Tabletop Realms. Bam. He does this. Bam, and then it'll actually show. I mean, I don't know how it generates that. Maybe it takes whatever you did last and, you know, applies whatever that is to the description of what, like, I think when somebody shouts me out, it's like they do art and whatever, and here's their link. Whereas if I was playing Grand Theft Auto last, it might do that. Hey, thanks, Marlton. Thank you. How do shoutouts work, Marlton? You would know. Is it the last game you played that it reports when you hit a shoutout command? I mean, like, maybe if I do... here we go. Since Marlton is a streamer, I can type when I reach all the way around back here. Check out Risk of Rain 2. Is that the last game you played, Marlton? Answer the question. This is a threat. Answer the question. I have this deep desire to put some grays and stuff in here because of all the grays back here, but I'm not gonna. Oh, okay, so it pretty much takes out. Shoutouts work however you program them. They're commands. Yeah, I can't remember. Are you using the command I built for shoutouts? I think that is. I think you built that one. I think so. Because now I can't recall. So maybe it does just report whatever you played last. Maybe. Now I've got this little brush. You see, you gotta resist the temptation to use these tiny brushes, guys. Is it just gonna make you a bad artist? No, when you're painting, using tiny brushes just makes it so you're doing line art. If you're gonna do line art, use a freaking pen, but sometimes it makes sense to use one. These detail brushes. I just wanted to see if this one will give me feather-like qualities if I like half load it. Sort of looks like it. If I'm careless with it, it'll do it. In Photoshop, I could just grab a thing and go. But no, it's fine. It's fine. This is fine. Can't wait to turn this into an actual fiery color. It's going to be so good. The way I have my shoutouts work is if you're online, it'll state what you're currently playing. Otherwise, it'll state you're currently offline and show what you last played. Oh. I don't think this is my version. It might be tweaked because it's a few different things. So, does anybody ever show up? Do you ever shout out people who aren't online? You're just like, oh wait, let me shout this, Arc Slayer out, and then you type in there, because otherwise, it's usually when people are in the chat that I remember to shout out. I think that's successful. I'm going to wash some orange into the one part of this while I'm thinking of it. Give me some of that good orange, yo. I'm just going to cheat and use this. See if this, I've been wanting to try this anyways to see if it actually dissolves the paint, which doesn't look like it is. Oops, got a bunch of weird hair on there. Doesn't look like it's dissolving the paint. But is it really adding that much of a hue to it? Made it kind of look green, y'all. What the hell? Yeah, that's not good. I wonder why it did that. Well, I guess I get to wait to let that dry and try and figure out why it looks greener. All the time you do? You're just like chilling and thinking like, I want to shout out Bob Ross. Actually, I should shout out Bob Ross. I don't know. He's probably got like the real Bob Ross as his name. Can't believe how green that made that look. I want to start this guy though. So how good are you at staying on target, on task?
Stay on target.
Stay on target.
Do it.
Well, actually, I probably shouldn't use this big ass brush for this, but I'm gonna treat this as a primer. Cover a decent amount of his hand. If you wanted to tweak it, you're my moderator there, Marlton. If you're dying to sit around and do something instead of relax. I say that a little tongue-in-cheek because none of us wants to really do anything but sit around and relax. Unless you have like some kind of brain malfunction, in which case, yeah. You gotta imagine. See, I'm kind of dumb. I should have just come in here and started with a pencil and done this, but I just kind of went at it with the brush, kind of trusting to my instincts. So we'll see if by the end of this I regret doing that. Because I only have one copy of this card. Not that, like I said before, not like it's that fantastic of a card. It's just the only one I have. Hmm. So the end of this kind of charm is a little rounded like the other ones. I'm going to go with that. Yeah, this is gonna work. You are a mod. I'm not saying it tongue in cheek. I'm just saying, what the heck was I saying? I phrased something like, in case you're sitting around or want something to do or whatever, and I'm like, of course, I can't remember what I said. Something about like acknowledging the fact that maybe sometimes people just want to sit around and actually do nothing rather than screw around with other people's stuff. That's what I was getting at. Ooh, that's really, really dark. I ain't gonna lie, this song ain't bad. Cannot lie, this song does not suck. Look how weirdly transparent that looks right now on the end. Weird. Little cheap red, little cheap red. Just a boop on the palette, not a ton. This is fairly red, but I need it to be a little bit more red because of the blue that I just set down. Whoops. So if it's somewhat transparent, it'll let that blue through. It's just closer to a skin tone in this case that I wanted. Alright, now I can go over it with something. Everything was so blue, like the staff and everything, so. Do, 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 do.
Oh, Dad.
Yep.
Forgot to say that the whispering inside the cube that you hear is "We all shall sail together."
It is?
Yeah, which makes me think that it's the stashed entrance. Because the green cube, I really think it's the entrance to the PL hideout that just happened. Because you know how it's a green flat wall
Yeah.
that whispers "We all shall sail together." It's got to be the entrance to it.
Because it didn't look green though, but the cube looks green.
Oh, it's definitely green.
I'm gonna check it out. I know it should be, but. Excuse me.
Because it's got to be stashed somewhere.
See, what I wanted for this to look like is for it to be soaring away from us. Really, it just looks like it's like an S in front of me. It doesn't look like it's soaring away from us. And I don't know why. Do I make like little tongues of fire coming off of? Like feathers being shed? I don't know. I know at some point I'm going to want to do like these, you know, these things that I always do. When it's fire, fire, fire. It's usually a good idea if you're doing this kind of thing. Round 2. How are you? Let's see. Let's see who fights on Ringers has fought Casino, thanks. I don't know who these people are. Those are like bots. Those aren't real people. I have, here we go. This is a good one right here. Sorry, but here comes. This is perks of being the guy who owns the channel. It's, I think that's one of those ones that not everybody can use. I think. You're welcome to try. I think it was a Saturday morning and I'm like, ooh, what can I do with these? And so, yeah, dumb. Kind of want one of these to be big, and then what you can make them look like they're in motion by like smearing the edge of them. I'll just have to wait. Smacked upside with a hammer, fair trade. Good luck. Let's see how much it angers me. No, I don't have any more cool. I used to have like, I used to say any rate all the time, and then like, so I think, and it was like annoying to me, so I broke myself with the habit saying any rate. So I had this like, let's see if it still counts up. Yeah, 38 times since the dawn of time. So like, it counts up. However many times I've said it since I started streaming, which has been about a year. So I've broken myself with it a while ago. Yeah. So every time I'd say it, I would be somebody who was following me at the time was good enough to remind me every time I said any rate. So now I never say it. Never. If you like look at some of my old YouTube videos, it's the same way. Any rate. Hammer, I'm doing cards. Check them out. They're like twins. I just decided I'm painting the rest of her, but I'm going to let the rest of the cards show through. It's kind of my new obsession. And some people are paying me for it, which is cool. Some of these I really love, like this derpy dinosaur thing. I don't know what he's all about. He's derpy. Thanks. Thank you. Ooh, I can't wait to do this one. This one's going to be weird. Got this weird exosuit armor. It's called grafted exoskeleton. But I want to continue the smoke up to kind of cover here, you know, and then I want to, of course, make the legs kind of come down. I don't know, something's going on there with the arm. Look at how close the finger comes to touching the edge of there. That's called a tangency, and it makes me crazy. Art-wise, that's a no-no. Design-wise, that's a no-no, not art-wise. I wonder what it looks like if I take that... Where's that wash I was just using, guys? I just had a freaking yellow wash. There we are. I probably shouldn't do this right now, but I'm going to do it anyways. So this is going to be very yellow. Holy crap. Almost too yellow. It's alright. I'll be able to mess with it. This guy right here has... Oh, this thing? I actually, when I was looking at it earlier, I did wonder if there would be a snake body. Like, I don't know. I don't know what this thing is. I'm not even sure that they know what this thing is. They just kind of do art sometimes. Oh, it's a skeleton. It's a grafted exoskeleton. Ugh. There are so many different artists. This one's Alan Williams. Alan Williams is responsible for the... Yeah. It kind of seems like it would be legs, but I wonder if I should just do it as freaking snack. I could do it as a snack. So once I hit this all with this grotesque yellow, I'll be able to actually make it look like fire. But this is the best way to colorize something you've just like done as just white over something, which is what I intended to do. Yeah, I'm just dunking on this yellow. Holy crap. It's a lot much. Google to double check? I don't think it's a thing, though. I really don't think, Hammer. I think that somebody created this out of their own brain, because lots of this Magic the Gathering universe is not actually described by anything like a novel or anything. It's just like somebody created an artifact for the game, and they were given some leeway to create something that's vaguely sliver-like. But even if it is supposed to be like, oh my god, that's a character in the game and you totally didn't follow, I don't care. I just want to make it look cool. And if I want to make it a snack, because Gordon says I can make it a snack, I'm going to say it's a snack. I'm going to make it a snack. Oh, that's really too freaking yellow. It's alright, I can tone it down. What I'm going to do is have to tone down this entire background. It's so bright blue, it looks like crap. It shouldn't look... Things in the distance shouldn't be as bright as you think they are in your head. Stuff that gets further and further away from your eyeballs loses color, loses saturation of color. Like, you'd think the sky is a really deep blue until you take a picture of it and then sample it with Photoshop, and you realize there are a lot deeper blues in the spectrum than that. Wow, that's super yellow. Holy crap. Pop quiz. Is fire brighter on the inside than it is on the outside? I can never remember. So I'm going to Google it. I just typed in fire. And I got fire truck. What? Okay, so it's lighter on the inside. So when the time comes, I'm going to darken up the outer bits of it. But yeah, this sky is way too, like, blue, bright blue. So if I can just tone it down a little bit. Even the... Probably shouldn't do it now because I was working with the yellow on that, and the yellow is probably still very... I can make it look like it's foggy over the top of it. Maybe I should do that. It's still very wet, still very uncured. Yeah, I'll knock all that back when the time comes. No rush to do it now. I really think that I'm going to make this a snake. Just going to go for it. I'm just going to go make some marks. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. Get a dark green for grins. Doesn't have to be a dark green yet, but... This could work. So if I make the tail of this thing, I could make it look like it's coiled, like it's just laying here, and I could make like a rattle of this thing. See, I don't care. I don't care if it's supposed to be like this. Oh my god, the cat is now on my desk. How am I supposed to work with you on my desk? No.
Do you need me to remove him?
Alright, get on my shoulders. Go on. Be nice.
Okay.
Be nice. With your claws. Yeah, I think that I can do this. I think I can make this work. I can do like these spinal things that come off the back of it. I can... It takes forever for the cat to get like situated. He's just like tense. Dogs are meaty, but cats are next level. Yeah, I think this will work. It'll be kind of fun. That green is all wrong, but it's okay. Because there's a lot of work going to go into this. I think I'm going to call it after about 5 minutes. I'm going to put on a 5-minute timer and be done after 5 minutes. Because it's Pizza Friday. Have I mentioned that today? Pretty sure I have. El Pizza, El Friday. Traditional. We started Pizza Friday when the pandemic hit.
Pizza Friday.
You know?
I completely forgot. I always forget.
You always forget.
I only remember on like Thursday and I'm like, oh. I go all homer.
Yeah, so if it's Pizza Friday, we started that whole thing when the pandemic hit because we needed something to kind of to look forward to. We would feel, a little bit more excited. A little bit of green, a little bit of this green. Let's get a real yellowish, gross green. And let's do a little of this. Gonna have to do some fuzzy, smoky stuff. Needs to be more yellow though.
Yeah, Dad, it is the Athena entrance. When he goes into it, I was wondering why there are an edge of rocks. If you look right there, he may be holding it, but that's the entrance.
Maybe.
But because it's just outlined rocks, like where you can walk.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. It's a bummer we can't see it anymore.
Huh?
It's a bummer it's not there anymore.
Yeah. It's an old god name.
Old gods. I like this smoke because it looks like it's turning blackish around the edges, you know, like a good smoke does, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely We All Shall Sail Together.
Really?
When he's standing inside of you, you can hear the distinct tone of. There's no way that's not the Athena entrance.
Nice. Oh, I'm painting off of the screen again. Pretty smart. I don't know, I'm not hungry. I'm excited for Pizza Friday, but I'm not hungry. Does that make any sense? Oh man, he just started sliding off. Will you stay? That kind of hurt. Alright, what's a good start on him? Let's just. This is the kind of thing where it's like, okay, I should sleep on it to see. Because this could be really cool, or it could be a disastrous, idiotic looking thing. And this is going to take a second for it to dry. Gosh, that's so bright on the camera. It's nowhere near that bright. To my eyeballs. Kind of want to do a lot of darker stuff here. Stop moving around back there. Wow, this music got really chill because it was meant to be like more dubsteppy and fun and high energy. I almost said high impact, like it's freaking workout or something. High energy. Oh. You know what that sound is? That means it's the end of stream. I'm gonna go ahead and log off. You guys have been wonderful. I have a whole 4 of you in chat, and I would go and I'd raid somebody, but yeah, that's my derp song. I don't know who I'd raid though. That's just it. That's the thing. You guys have been great. Thanks for hanging out and talking, showing me support. And I'm just going to go ahead and try not to get stabbed by this cat even more.